Well, good evening, everybody. How you doing this evening? I hope you're doing well. It is Sunday night, and I thought that we would do a little bit of mining tonight. Ooh, hold on, I got my monitor. I left my monitor on. What the heck? That's crazy. Good to know the audio is working there, though. Without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started? So I hope that you're doing well. We're going to do something a little different tonight. Hey, Drac, how you doing? Nice to see you, sir. We are definitely going to be doing something a little different tonight than we normally do. As you can see, I am on Mike L5 Modern Icarus Station way out here in the far side of the Stanton system. And this is a nice station because it has very good gold, very good Bexelite. It's just got some really nice bonuses. And tonight what we're going to try is something that I don't normally try. And it's going to be, we are going to try to just do some speed runs outside of the station a little bit. Chris, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Nice to see you for sure. So hold on one sec. I got to make one little adjustment here. Okay, that looks good. Chris, hope you're doing well. So yeah, this is going to be a much different than we normally do. So we're going to head up to the Prospector. It's on pad 2. And that's going to be one of the differences tonight in how we do things. We're going to do things a little differently tonight. So I'm going to be actually landing on a pad in order to set up my refining jobs. I'm not necessarily going to go in a hangar unless I have to. Oh, let me do a final. And we are going to be kind of just launching off at this station, heading out away from the station, just going after whatever. Now, I normally do like gold, Bexelite, or Terranite north of 40%. Tonight, we're going to do something a little different. We're just going to, if there's any tier 2 that's north of 50%, we're going to go after it. And if there's a good tier 1 at a decent thing at a decent rate, we're going to go after it as well. Angriest Gamer says, I just logged in to buy that Zeus black and gold paint, and it's no longer for sale. They'll sell it again, I'm sure, Gamer. Or if not, you can pick it up. There will be somebody's going to have that paint that they'll. I'm sure you'll get it again. So, anyways, yeah, here we go. Now, pads generally do like repairs and hydrogen stuff as well. You just have to kind of, let them do their thing. But yeah, we're going to be trying to see how many runs can we do tonight that are, kind of relatively quick. Now, I am going to just kind of take off and just kind of head in a direction. Let's say like 255. Perfect. We're just going to head in a direction and we're just going to see what we come across out here. So, and that's going to be kind of how we do things. It's going to be a little different tonight. And like I said, we're actually going to do some tier 2 resources. Hey, Ganja, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let me just kind of make one adjustment here. There we go. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to head out here and see what we see. Well, let's get a little more control of the situation here. That is an 1870. We'll go ahead and approach that guy. It's going to be a single rock. I'll go ahead and do a collapse scan on it and then go ahead and get the rock icon going. Oh. Awesome. And let's see what we find. Angriest Gamer says, by the way, have you seen any quant since the mining updates? I've not found any except single 10% 2SCU picker, which wasn't worth grabbing. You know what? I guess I haven't been on much since this particular last update. I sure hope that they haven't turned off the Quantanium spigot. But I mean, I'll be honest, they definitely. Am I slowing down here? Oh wow, I was really cruising. They definitely did drop a patch, Gamer, and I'll just be honest with you, I kind of was at the cabin this weekend, so I haven't mined much since Friday night, but that was on 3.21. So we'll see. Now I don't think I'm going to find a lot of Quantanium out this way, anyways. You know, but if we have to for science later, we could always go and see what's going on. See, that's weird. I was wondering what was going on with that. That's strange. So here's a Terranite. Oh, this mass is too big. This is a 39,000 mass rock. So we're gonna go back out. Remember, we were at like 225 is what way we were facing. Oh boy. And oh, interesting. 275, 280, okay. Yeah, it was kind of more this way that we were headed. I think what I'm going to do, just so we keep it honest, let's do this. Maybe I'll set like ARC-L2 as kind of a destination mark. There we go. That'll at least keep something on my, you know, that'll kind of keep me headed in a direction. Last time I saw Quant was 3. Oh, Quant's everywhere, man. That's no. I've been hauling in Quant like crazy. It's there's Quant. Not sure where you're out and about at, but no, that's no. I've seen lots of Quant just on my last stream, you know. So yeah, I'm not sure, gamer, what's happening there, but yeah, I see, you know, lots of Quant. There was with 319, with 320 and 321, they definitely had reduced the amount of it, but it's actually come back pretty strong in 322. All right, what do we got here? We got a 3400. That's going to be a doubler. Let's go ahead and approach those. So yeah, the goal is to kind of I wouldn't call this a speed run. But it is to try and see if we can get, you know, in the same couple hours, if we can get like 3 or 4 things back to the refiner as opposed to, you know, one good run, you know. No. There's plenty of Quant for sure, Angrius. All right, let's see what we got here. We're approaching these doublers and just starting to kind of settle in. Now this is interesting. I'm really boogieing. It seems like my my space brake isn't working as good as it normally does. Not sure with that. Yeah, look at that. I'm just zooming past them. All right, no big deal. Let's kind of now, in order to get these guys, to get scan results, you do have to get pretty close. Not that close. That's just strange. The ship is flying awkward. I mean it when I say that. Like, it's definitely flying faster than I expect it to be flying. Like, it's drip. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll get it sorted out here. But wow, that's crazy. So this is a very, very, very. We have to be real careful with this one. Notice I'm going to use distance control. It's going to be really important here. I'm way out of the optimal, and it's because this helix on this little 1700 mass rock is going to be too much. So I backed away quite a bit, and now we're just going to kind of inch our way in order to kind of build, figure out where the bottom is. Yeah, okay, we found it there. So now we're just going to kind of keep an eye on it. We're going to walk this through. It's not. It's not. I don't know that it was set that high, Drac. You can see it where it's at. It was. I don't think it. I mean, I'll double check. But what's in your coffee? Yeah, it's unusual for me to fly silly like that. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. But holy mackerel, that was a bit much. We need to get our feet here. And so. Yeah, you can see I've used distance now to kind of... It's still creeping up pretty good, though, so I have to be pretty careful. As soon as it gets into the optimal, I'm going to back up just a touch more. There. It's just pushed into the optimal, but I did back up a bit. Now, yeah, this is real good here. I think we're going to be in real solid shape. I just backed up a little more, just trying to take the edge off. This is going to be a real good break, real simple break. And off we go. Now, pretty much anything with Bexolite in it here, unless it's like 1%, I'm just going to grab. Like I said, we're doing things a little different than we normally do tonight. Then we, and that's basically, there's a 20%er. We're going to try and bring in several, several runs. That's a 47%er. That's good. I am going to prioritize this a little bit. It's a 46%er. What's in your coffee? Fair. That's a fair question. I think if it's less than 10%, I probably won't grab it. I've got to have some kind of a rule around that, But I mean, yeah, if maybe less than 15%, I won't grab it just because that's that's quite a lot. All right, so here's a 46%er. We'll go ahead and we'll grab this guy. Like I said, we're not going for purity tonight. We're not going for the purest tier 1 stuff. We're going a little bit different route. We're just kind of going out here, finding some rocks that have stuff in it, grabbing them. That is about 15%. I don't mind it, Balrogs. I think that it certainly is in a lot better state than it has been traditionally here. Okay. I think it's, yeah, I mean, that's right at the, okay, right at the line. Okay, and what was this rock? I don't even know. Oh boy, what's going on here? This guy's not. Oh, it's a picker. All right, and let's see what's in it. It is a Terranite picker, so once again, we're grabbing stuff like this. We normally try and maximize the tier 1 stuff as much as we can, right? But we're not doing that tonight. We're doing something that's completely different than that. What we're doing is we're just flying off of a station, and we're grabbing as much material as we can, as kind of quickly as we can, as long as it meets a couple of different criteria. That's a 1900. It's a single rock. And what is the splash over here? That is 1850. And what is this down in here? That is an 1850. So which one's... all right, let's go ahead and we'll do one more. Ping, and we'll take a look here. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you guys, this around HURL5, where we're at right here, just so you know, or this Mike L5, there is an unbelievable amount of salvage out here. It's like stunning. Like the amount of salvage is absolutely mind-boggling to me. I have found just a ton of it. All right. What's that going to be? A single rock? Hey, it is, and it's pretty close. Let's go look at it. So yeah, this is what we're doing. We are trying to grab tier 1 stuff, but if it's tier 2 and it's halfway decent, we're just kind of grabbing it and seeing what we got. Now, keep in mind, there it is. I was like, I want to keep an eye on it. There we go. We're approaching at a more reasonable clip now. But look, I'm telling you, I should not be going. It's very strange to me. Like, it just is flying a little different than it normally does. I'll get used to it. It doesn't matter, but yeah, it's interesting to me. Anyways, no big deal. Let's go ahead and keep on. I'll have to make the. This is a Grissium at 35%, so this is below the 50% for the tier 2 that we're getting into. Crashed into another invisible asteroid today and rage quit. I get it, Toe. Nope. Drag says, I would like to get out by Mike L5 a lot better if the visibility was better. I get out that way and I just can't see. I can appreciate that. Definitely, it's definitely it's nebulous here. There's like the nebula does kind of, it does kind of create a little bit of fog of war type situation. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying with that. Oh, here's some doublers up here. Let's go take a look at those. All right, we're going to put a scan into them. And I, look, I'm okay to do the speed that I'm doing now, which is I normally fly around this speed, but I am going to be taking my foot off the gas a little sooner. I'm not sure exactly what's happening there. But it's something we're going to keep our eye on for sure. WT says, scanning seems a lot faster. What a great quality of life improvement. That is very helpful. I agree. Chris Bay says, I'm thinking when I get in the game making salvage and scotch streak. Oh, salvage and scotch. I love it. That would be awesome, Chris. I dig that. Are the salvage panels, are they visible now? Yeah, they're visible for sure. And there's insane fields here at Mike L5. Can I just say that for the record? There are like 22,000, 28,000. I've seen some big salvage fields here at Mike L5, like crazy big ones. All right, where are we at here? I don't want to run this rock. There they are. Okay. I know. We're coming in too hot. It's weird, man. I'm just gonna limp on in. It's crazy. All right, so let's see what these two rocks bring. Once again, so those of you who joined just a touch late, we're doing something a little different tonight. We're actually flying off of a platform, and we're definitely just kind of grabbing things a little bit different clip than we normally do. All right, let's see what we have here. 8,300 mass, and it is going to be a barrel and quartz rock. So we're not going to be doing that one. Not even a good secondary in that one. All right. 7,300, 30% Terranite. We're absolutely going to do this one. So here we go. I'm just kind of, let's just start with the basics. All right, I got a 20% laser. I'm going to start pushing in here a little bit. Notice the optimal is... I'm going to go with maybe a 50% laser right now. There we go. Starting to climb now. Toast says, are the salvage panels visible now? Yes, they have. They certainly have been for me anyways. Hey, Astro, how have you been? Nice to see you. All right, you guys, we're kind of. I'm gonna move in a touch, just a touch, because this is gonna help us just get, it's gonna make it kind of climb faster. But then I am gonna back out pretty quick. All right, hold on. All right, I wanted to get up there a little bit without having to wait all night long. Cool. We're still falling a touch though. I put it to 34. We're still falling. It's starting to climb back up now. Good. We'll take it. We're still climbing. I got to be real careful here. It's not a super thin optimal window, though. We've been dealing with a lot thinner than that. Astro, how have you been? All right. We're working on it here. I took it to 37. Boy, 37, she marched right up there. Back to 34, please. Okay, 34 is kind of holding. We're going to go to 35. It always kind of seems to hang out right below the optimal lately. But it will push up in there. We just have to be patient. If you get a little impatient, see what I mean? You got to be real. You have to wait. Because there will come that moment when it breaks the other way. And you just have to kind of deal with it. You don't want to be, putting too much power into it that way. See how it's kind of breaking in and it's falling in, falling out. I just as soon do that real quick. And sometimes it will actually completely decay out 100%. It can be a little frustrating. But it is what it is, this is just kind of the new way mining works now. Still waiting for the Banu, I hear that. I can appreciate that for sure. Alright. Seems like I've been spending an awful lot of time lately just below the optimal, kind of crossing my fingers. And part of it is because I'm using the Helix now, you guys. And the Helix is it's given me certainly more top end, but it's making it so it's a little more difficult of a situation to kind of to ride through. But it's okay though. It's been really fun. All right, we're starting to build up in. We were in there for a second. This is what I mean. It's like, earlier, like 3 or 4% lower, it was blasting way up there. Now I'm going to give it 1 more percent and it's going to just start flying, It's so weird. And part of it could be desync where you move a little bit. I think it very easily could be that. See, look at that. I had to pull back to like... I don't want it to fall out either. So back to 34. Back to 36, 37. There we go. We're back at 35, 34. It just is a lot of patience right now to do this right. Right at the end. Right at the end she jumps. Server ping will definitely have something to do with it. No big deal. We got it. And that is a 12% tear. That's under the 20. I'm going to have a hard time, grabbing anything. I just, I know that there's a, I've been talking to a couple people and they really feel like I could be making a lot more. Hey, Hiss, how you doing? Helix makes a break a bit more challenging, but improves the range of the rocks. That is absolutely right. 3%, I just can't do it. I can't do a 3%er. I just, Hissed, I was just, about to mention. Now, 85, I like that a lot more. I'm going to do anything that is, yeah, these things are sliding. I'm telling you, it's weird. The Prospector seems to be sliding a little more than it normally does at the pace that I'm on. I'm not exactly sure why. That just seems 12%. If it's under 20%, I just can't do it. I'm pulling on too much Garbola. 100% quartz there. All right, and then there's that. Oh, that's 31%er there. We'll take that. We got a little Bexla, got a little Terranite on board. Adjust distances to 2. I find it easier to adjust. Yeah. Well, it will definitely be a combination of micro adjustments on power and distance for sure. I agree with that 100%, Hist, for sure. All right, that's good. That's just 12%. I don't think I'm going to take anything that's south of 15%. As much as I'm trying new things, I can't do it. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead what we're doing, like I mentioned, is we're flying off of Mike. Right now, we're not very far from the Mike L5 station, and we're just coming out here, grabbing whatever. That's a tier 2. That's 50% or higher, and we're just gonna go ahead and see what we get. Hey, Ramoy, how are ya? Nice to see you, sir. All right, there's a 1750. Let's go ahead and just we'll go ahead and approach that guy. All right. Take our time here. And we're already 22 SEU deep. I mean, we're about 12, 13 SEU of tier 1 stuff. So, like I said, we'll be going, when we go back, we're going to land on a pad, we're going to run down to the station, we're going to refine, and we're going to come right back out and do the same thing again. So it's going to be pretty interesting for sure. Okay, it's still 4,000 away. I'm so sketched out by the fact that I ran into that rock earlier, and it's so weird because it definitely seems like it's like over, I don't know, over flying. Like, you know, me, I have a lot of hours in the Prospector. I certainly know when the Prospector seems like it's flying a little funny. Well, that felt better. Okay. I'm okay with that. Hard to get people to donate mole bags. And oh, anytime you want to do that, just look me up. We can hook that up anytime you want. I am always happy to meet anybody and help with mole bags. All right, what do we have here? This is just a picker, and it's Laranite at 36%. So we'll grab it. You know, this is what we're doing here. You know, yes. Well, we might as well turn around and head back, you guys. We're full, so we'll see how much is worth that we grabbed and go from there. Now, what we have to do is we do have to clear the route because I did set a route, so we had something. You can see we only got about 60 from the station, and we're headed back. I wonder, will inert material be valuable, useful? You know what? I think, Chris, I think that if they're smart, they'll use inert for like walls and filler. I definitely could see where there would be lots of use for inert, for sure. Oh, that's funny. Landing gear up. We'll go ahead and send a ping out here, so we know exactly where the station is. Okay. And we're going to boogie in here. Now, keep in mind, we're just going to land on the pad, run down to the refiner, refine this stuff, and then head right back out again. So it's definitely, what I normally do, you guys, is I'll spend an hour out there, and I'm looking for the highest purity, you know, and I'll usually come back with, you know, something that's like an 85 to a 110. You know, something like that where, you know, it's between, you know, 85 or 90,000, something, you know, 180,000, you know, roughly average around to 200,000. This won't be like that. The goal of this is to try and, you know, maybe do like maybe get 3 times, but it's like 120,000, you know, or pardon me, like maybe 100,000 each time type of thing. Hey, Marco, how you doing? Long time. Yeah, it's been a while, for sure. Hope that you're doing well. All right, we're flying back to the station here. And one of the things, just so you know, with Mike L5, I'm not, like I said, I'm not definitely 100% not calling. Lower the gear, drop the VTOLs. And all I'm looking is for the purple sign. The purple sign tells me, you know, right by the purple sign is pads. Oh, that's kind of got stuttery for a second, didn't it? Okay. There they are, right over this way. Use Optimax to improve the brake. Yeah, definitely. The one thing I will say, you have to, you know, teach. I'm not opposed to it, and I have an Optimax on my back specifically for that. But you know, it's, you know, if you're only going to haul in a 41,000 load, and you're you're using a 13,000 gadget to do it, you know, it just you know, and then the time, you know, it's definitely something that's hard for me to understand, you know, I guess in the most respectful sense. All right, now we did take a little damage, but not much. You can see it's just a 60. We're refueling the hydrogen. Let me see if that's actually happening. It usually doesn't, like when you first land. But that's okay. We're not going to spend a lot of time. I'll go ahead and just turn the engines off. I'll come back. I'll come back around. But we'll, yeah, you know, so this is the first run. We're already back, you know, and this is the way tonight's going to go. We're going to do like 4 or 5 of these and just kind of add it up in the end and see how we do. Because I know, you know, I probably make about 200,000 an hour when I'm trying to get real good purity stuff. You know, so maybe this will yield, 220 or 230 an hour. We'll have to see. Definitely a little bit different than we normally do it, for sure. All right, so we're not even storing, which is, these are all little things that help shave down some of the time, right? We're just landing on a pad. We're not storing. We're running right down to the refinery. We're selling the stuff. We're topping off. We're refining. I'm going to get the half value that I'm going to throw it in the refiner. To be honest with you, because this is the 3.22 EPTU, it doesn't matter if I refine it or not. I'm going to refine it, but it's just a half value type. It's the half value that's worth noting. I would imagine this is around 45, maybe 50K, I hope. Maybe 33. You never know. So. All right, let's look at the half value here. 43,000, not bad. I'm going to actually write that down. Hold on, let me just... I don't want to waste a lot of time doing this. Oh, I thought I had pads right here. All right, this is the fourth right here. So that's a... I'm just going to grab their half values. 43K. Let's write that down. 40. Wow, this pen. All right, 43. Off we go. I think I'll just, we'll just kind of throw it in the refiner. It's fine. Yep, that is my first load back to the refinery. I did do a couple of others tonight. Just, I did one, but I'm starting the timer now. So I'm just going to go ahead and, that's the first load back. We're going to do Bexolite. We're going to do the Laranite. We're going to do the Taronite. And I'll do a Denix. Got quote. Confirm. And that's our first load right there. And it's the half value. That I'm really kind of interested in at 43,000. Normally, like I said, my half value is normally 90 to 110. Hey, Moon, how's it going? Nice to see you. We're doing something. I wouldn't call them speed runs tonight, Moon, but we're trying something a little different, where we're just flying off of Mike L5, and we are just landing on a pad. We're not even getting a hanger, and we're just kind of flying off the pad, going out and grabbing anything that is tier 2, that's 50% or higher, or of course, anything that's got good tier 1 in it, we're going to do really well with. So back up to pad 2 we head. So this is kind of we're us trying to do something slightly different, where we're not necessarily so focused on getting the tier 1s in the highest purity. We're just going to and we're going to give this a try for a couple hours and just kind of see how this goes. All right, so back let me do a helmet check. Okay. All right, back out we go. So in this capacity, like I said, we definitely are going to do a lot more runs. Yes, and that's why we're at Mike L5. If I thought if I was going to do this anywhere, it's going to be at Mike L5. It is a great refinery. It's got excellent gold. It's got excellent Bexolite bonuses. It's just a good refinery. And you actually do find gold and Bexolite around the refinery. So this, if I was going to do something like this, where it's kind of more of a, hello, thank you. More of a, I think this is the right place. Yeah, helmet check's always a good idea. It is, for sure. All right. Let's see if they repair us now. Sometimes they do a better job at repairing after you, for whatever reason. Let me just grab a quick sip of water. All right, that little bit of damage was fixed. We're topping off, and off we go. So this time I'm going to do something a little different. we'll fly towards CRUL3. Just, you know, I'm just going to pick different markers, so up we go. Let's just kind of pivot. We're going to head towards that marker now. That's fine. Let me go ahead and get control, you know, kind of mining control of the ship here. Really, rolls aren't working. There we are. There now. Up, down, up. Okay, cool. All right, off we go. So we're gonna once again here. I'm just gonna go in V scan, and we're gonna ride out here about, you know, get a good 30 seconds or so, and then I'll ping. Hey, Balrogs. Yeah, I like reporting and selling from pads too. Yeah, you know what? We're just trying this. So I guess you've learned a lesson about littering. Chris, I didn't litter. Yeah, you're right. Actually, Chris, right before the stream, I did litter, and I thought of you. I actually did litter. I put a Lux thing on the ground, and I'm like, oh, man, it's good. Chris saw this on the stream. He get me. It's so funny you said that. I like repairing and selling from the pants as baller. Yeah. Aosha, how you doing? Evening crew, how y'all doing? All right. So that's, you know, we've already got run one in. One thing I'll tell you, once again, there's lots of salvage around Mike L5, like crazy on. See how there's an 8,000 there? That's an 1850. We'll go ahead. Now, there's a rock icon already there. That's interesting. There's 10,000 salvage. See what I mean? Right off the bat, we hardly flew off the thing. And now this makes me think that this is a rock I don't know. It's weird that it grabbed a rock icon, but let's just go look at it real quick. Hey, oh yeah, that's that salvage up there. Now you can't get, you know, like even if you focus on it, it won't get, you know, I generally don't get like icons or anything. But if you fly over there, they're there. Only 3 p.m. in Alaska. That is awesome. You know, Alaska's got that long dark right now too, you know. Holy mackerel. I was looking at the, oh boy, here, we're zooming. Alright. That was me a little bit, though. I definitely was a little hot on the throttle. The HUD color seems to be tied to the ships now. It is, Toe. I agree. I kind of wish it was still, you know, I really like the Arrow having that. Yeah, look at that. Don't do it, man. Alright, cool. This is a Grisium and Quartz. A Grisium at 39%. So, you know, I guess we'll do it. I mean, oh, that's an awful thin optimal window. Holy mackerel. Hold on. Wow. I don't think I'm gonna. That's an awful thin optimal window. It seems like a lot of work for that Agrisium rock. I think I'm gonna move on. That's pretty unstable. I don't want to damage my ship over something that's just not really. I mean, it's only a 36% Agrisium rock. All right, so you know, and I really was planning on doing like tier 2 resources that are north of 50%. So that's an 8,000. You can see that. That's great, you know. What is this over here? Ah, yes. You can see that is a ton of salvage. These are already rocks apparently that I've already scanned. Let's see. What does that say there? It said something. Because I have been out here a little bit already, like kind of prior to the stream, just kind of getting a sense of how this was going to go. I see those thin optimal windows, and I'm like, nope. Not for Agrisium, Balrogs. You know, that's all I'm saying. It's like, I'm not going to mess with that. I'm not going to, and I'm also, it's not worth putting some kind of like an Optimax or something on it either. You know, it's just, that rock's not actually worth it. All right, hold on. There they go. All right. Let's go in here and take a look at what we got. Obviously, I've already scanned these rocks, too. It's interesting. Yeah, I am 100% got the hammer down to slow down, and it's not slowing me down as fast as it normally does. All right, what do we got here? This is a 30. This is a barrel and quartz rocket. That's not going to be worth it. What about this feller? Salvage unless it's shipped 6, 8, 10, 15, 20. Oh, the salvage up here, Aosha, around this station is nuts. I mean, it is crazy how much salvage is up here. Well, I'm not going to struggle with that one. It's not... Oh, hold on. It's a picker. It's a gold picker at 23%. So we'll just grab it. You know, we'll grab a gold picker. Couple SCU of gold is, you know, is definitely, you know, just part of the difference in the, you know, we're doing things just a touch different tonight. Normally I wouldn't touch that picker, but... Alright, here's another picker. Another gold picker. Let's take it. I know my Reclaimer and my Vulture, that's my cash flow netter. Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, I can appreciate that. Helix 1, Rieger C3, Focus 3, Sledgehammer of mining loadouts, 14K Mass Roxer. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I have. You know, it's a really good loadout. The only other thing that I will say is, you know, I have a Sabir, a Bormax, and an Optimax as well on me for some additional... So what are we at? All right, we're already at 13 SCU, you guys. We're not doing bad. We're already half full again. So off we go. All right, there's some splash over this way. Let's take a look. All right, that's 1750. What is this guy? 3400. Let's head for these doublers. I like it. All right, and we will head on in there. Kind of creeping, but that's all right. Yeah, this is a good loadout. It can leave you a little bit thin on the optimal windows, but you know, it's the fact that you have so much more reach. You know, that you can reach that 12,000 rack. You know, that's why I'm trying to get comfortable with this particular setup, especially with the current changes. Like, you are seeing sometimes that 6, that 7, that 8,000 mass Quantanium rock that you are just not going to be able to do unless you have enough wiggle room on your power. All right, what do we have here? Let's just kind of take a look. Oh, hey. What about this guy? It just takes a sec. Let me look at this one. What are the scanning tuning buttons, V? Right now it's V. V turns you into scanning mode. Then moving your mouse wheel back and forth will change the scan angle. M puts you in mining mode. But these guys don't seem to be scanning. So I'm just going to move on. There's really not a lot I can do about this, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to waste a ton of time. So, some unscannables there. That just happens now and then, and we're just going to move on. You know, not sure what more I could... Now, I could do that deal where I, like, get out of the ship. You know, I could do that, the EVA trick. Sometimes that does work. Are gadgets not meant to give you more wiggle room? They are meant to give you more wiggle room, for sure, Ramoyne. You know, they're not always... you know, they're not always fast or simple to put on. It's scanning now. I didn't... It was already too... I think I was already pulled away from them, Aosha, so it was too late. If they flashed or started doing their scan thing, I didn't see it. I was trying. It just, they weren't giving, you know, I was on them for a while. I suppose I could just wait, but I don't know. I've been running into the same issue today. The EPTU rocks don't want to wake up. It just takes time. Yeah, I could probably wait there. I mean, I don't want to sit there for 10 minutes and all of a sudden they don't wake up though either. And that's just kind of where I'm at. You know, it's one of those things. Oh boy. All right. I do not know what's going on today. I am flying past them all. All right. That's definitely not that rock. That's just corundum. I'm not doing that. That's a 30. You know, that's a really low value rock right there. So let's go ahead and change this. We'll crank this up to here, and then we'll go here, and then we will send out some pings. All right. Wow, pretty quiet on the pings. Wonder what's. Not exactly the most exciting streaming material. Hey, let's watch me watch rocks. Yeah, you're not wrong. It always doesn't. You know. That being said, collectively we can all kind of theory craft and share information, and that's always the beauty of that. All right, that's just not exactly the direction I was hoping. I want to kind of recover old ground. Cruising here. Yeah, it seems like we've almost gotten out of like the rocks for some reason. You know? That sounds good, Aoshi. We can definitely do that sometime. Not seeing a whole lot. So let's just kind of change course, I guess. I don't really know what else to do. Maybe we'll head down towards ArcCorp and see if maybe that direction will produce some pings. It's almost like I've flown out of the asteroid belt. And maybe I did. I didn't expect that per se. No. Can't be that far out of it. But it's definitely bone dry out here. Okay. Let's go ahead and head back towards the station. Or we could head to Mike L5A. I mean, we could certainly do that too. Let's see if there's something over there. Well, let's do it. I mean, the station's right over there anyways. All right, finding some. Got some pings again. There's 1850. We'll approach that rock there. All right, and I will. Good. We'll approach this guy. I didn't know the codes on salvage. Thanks. Rock mining scan 6. Yes. Oh yeah, those are a signature value. 620, 1240, 1860. Exactly. All multiples of 620. These streams are often made more by the quality of the chat and the people as well as being informed. I agree with that 100%. You guys who come and participate make this thing a good thing. Unequivocally. Mike L5A, my old stomping ground's nice. That's weird. It's giving me, once again, another rock icon. Am I just covering the same ground over and over again? I don't know. I don't like the thought of that, but I don't... I flew kind of out of the asteroids that were around the station. All right, there's a rock. Let's see what we got over here. I'm approaching them so slow because I'm, you know, it seems like I'm flying so fast, and I shouldn't be, but man, there's been a couple of times when as I've went to approach the rocks, it's just like the decay at which you know, the velocity was going down seemed odd. It like wasn't going down as fast, but now it seems kind of normal again. Like if I push, it lets off. It's weird. All right, what do we got here? All right. Oh, this is a nice Bexelite rock, you guys. Look at that, a 46%er. So yeah, we'll take this. This is a great rock. Yeah, let's just kind of see. Optimal is, I'm gonna get about halfway there, and I'm gonna probably take this guy to like pretty good size rock, so I'm gonna take it to like maybe 75. I'd rather control the optimal window with distance more than. Alright, so there we go. Notice I took it to 75, and then as I creeped in a little bit, I started getting a little bit of distance. So this is a nice rock. Now, the only other thing I could do if I wanted to is I could put something like an Optimax or something on here, but I don't know that I need to. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Nice to see you. Welcome to the channel tonight. So yeah, we're just kind of here doing this guy. Oh boy, oh. Agitating was really getting it peppered up. I started doing that stuff, and it was like, hey. All right, I'm going to push in a little bit again. I backed up because it was... All right, starting to push up now. Ooh, boy. Ooh, let's back up. Okay, now I'm starting to... I'm just paying attention here. Is it falling out, or is it... All right, I'm inching forward again. It is falling down, I get it, but I'm now inching forward. This isn't a bad. This definitely is not a bad. This is not a bad candidate for the Optimax for sure. Let's go ahead and just kind of get her broke. Yeah, there's a lot of good Bexelite in this rock for sure. I mean, I suppose knowing that, I could throw an Optimax on here. I'm not opposed to it. You know, let's go ahead and do it. She's still a little hot, but we'll go throw an Optimax on there. I mean, you know, anything to maximize the profit. You know, I mean, obviously this cuts into the time a little bit, but hopefully it's worth the... Now, let me make sure I have... That's the Sabir. What? What's going on with that thing? Did you see that Sabir was, like, smoking? What the heck? Alright, the Optimax. That's weird. That Sabir had, like, weird, like... I don't even know what to make of that. Now, one quick tip, you guys. Make sure when you are... Oh, Optimax is 30% less window. Yeah, I don't know about... Do I want 30% less window? I mean, do I really want 30% less optimal window? I don't know that I want 30% less optimal window there. That seems like it might be a pain in the ass. Yeah, that Sabir did look broken, for sure. I mean, whatever. I'll throw it on there and make it a lot harder for myself, and we'll see how it goes. I guess I don't know. I'm just trying to just go, try and do things that are outside my comfort zone a little bit, and seeing if there's a reason to be outside my comfort zone. Look, it's been sticking them on upside down, too. Which is no big deal. I mean, we can just flip over. But it has been doing that. Which is interesting. I mean, you obviously can't do that on the other, on the other side of the aisle. But, anywho, let's get that guy going. Oh. Oh, settle down, dude. Okay. Alright. Hold on, 65. $67. Oh. Whoa, come on, man. What the heck? That was weird. Oh, hold on. All right, we're close. Why isn't that changing anything? All right. Yeah, we're close, 89. Hey! All right, we'll take it. The Bormax improves cluster modifier 30%, reduces instability by 75. Great gadget for these kinds of rocks where instability and optimal charge window are already at a premium. I got a Bormax. I'll put the Bormax on there instead, Teach. I mean, I'm fine with that. We'll detach. All right, and then I will store this guy. And then we will swap. And then, sure. We'll do the Bormax instead. Cool. Yeah, see, I've been putting it on there upside down. It's so weird. Which is no big deal, unless it's Atmo, and then you can't do a handstand. Plus, it's just so strange. Like my character's like moving around. There we go. 28. Oh, hey, there was 90 right off the bat. Oh, hold on. Boom. All right, we activated the Bormax. Let's see what we got. Hey, Troll, how's it going? Nice to see you, sir. Hope you're well. Rue, how are you, by the way? Nice. Correction, I mean Aberdeen. Well, I usually toss iron and such. You know, one thing I will say, you guys, I am definitely doing things much different than I normally do. We're just kind of having a little fun, just trying this other method here. Maybe enter shit. We'll be fine. Let's do that. Which is just kind of flying around a station, or as close to the station as we can, looking for rocks and landing, kind of landing on pads and. All right, so this will be a little different now, right? Because, it's going to be a lot easier to break. All right, so once again, I'm going to kind of go take the laser to like maybe 50%. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of loosen the laser up. Now I'm going to start using distance. I'm going to start kind of inching forward. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Now I inch forward a little bit more. I'm going to inch forward even a little more, and I'm going to run it up past at least the top of the laser intensity. All right. And then we're just going to back down. We're going to back away once it kind of gets up there. Okay. That was my first back away, and you can see that already kind of made it much more stable situation. We're in good shape. All right, this is a nice rock, you guys. Holy mackerel. Hopefully that little bit of a cluster modifier, plus with this being quartz, is kind of gets the job done. All right, we're keeping a good eye on it. It's still pushing up, and as soon as it gets in the optimal window, I am going to back up, so it might decay out. But we'll then just kind of, we're using distance instead of laser intensity right now in order to control the power. I'm tending to find with this Helix that's a better gig. This is kind of, it's approaching up underneath the optimal pretty good though. This should be a pretty straightforward break. All right, I just backed up again. I'm going to watch it, see if it's decaying down at all. It is. Okay, I'm inching forward just a touch. Watching it. Okay. Inching forward just a touch. Watching it. Inching forward just a touch. Okay, it's definitely climbing again, so let's just kind of hang out here for a sec. You guys, I'm paying attention to the UI here. Okay, we're gonna push in. Good. I just went back just a touch. It did fall out. I went forward just a touch. It's definitely a tight window. Yep, it's hanging right in there. It's still pushing up ever so slightly. I did back up just a touch. I just moved forward just a touch, trying to keep it in. Forward again just a touch. Forward again just a touch. Losing it all. It's back in, backing away just a touch. Forward a touch. Forward a touch. Backing away, backing away, backing away. Forward a touch. Yeah, this is the problem. This is just the instability value is pretty crazy. All right, in it goes. The problem is boy, she's touchy. All right, we just want to get on a run here. We're doing just fine. A little bit of a rodeo. Come on, push back up in there. I mean, I know I'm close enough for it to do it. Now I've had to push forward again, and it's, so okay. All right. Woo, that was a tough break. Sorry. The Space Shorts two-step. Yeah, it was the Space Shorts two-step. You're not wrong. But of course we have other breaks, with the rock here. Look at that. That's an interesting thing. I mean, that's got to be, some of these have got to be purples. They can't be yellow I understand it over 2,000, but all right, that's 60%. That's good. Perfect break. Yeah, that was a tough one, but it was a good one. Alrighty. 65, nice. I'm not going to be able to bring a lot of this on. I mean, obviously as much as I can. All right, so what do we have here? Let's just kind of double check here. We got a 52, we got a 65, 30, and a 59. So this 65, is this... This is an extractable rock, right? It's not? I mean, I see the yellow outline. It's 2,500 mass. Yikes. This is going to be an interesting break here. So I guess I'm going to go way back here, outside the max, and just kind of push forward on 20%. Just push. I'm inching forward, looking for the... There we go. We got charge level. Almost the same break as the last one, really, in a way. Feather it gently. Don't tickle it. Yeah, you're not wrong, Yosha. Added your podcast to my phone. Love listening to SC podcasts on my way to work. Awesome, Balrogs. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So this is another, this is going to be an interesting break. It's climbing, fairly rapidly where we're at. Once we kind of get up just under the optimal, I will kind of back up just a touch, maybe. Obviously there's going to be the Space Shorts two-step again, for this. Using distance. Yes, you definitely want to prepare to turn off your laser, for sure. I agree with that. Alrighty. Boy, you sure can't say there's no skill in this anymore. Not that there's always been a little bit of skill involved, but between the server ping and little things like that, still pushing up at a pretty good clip. Alright, I'm backing up. See if it's going to do... Alright. I did back up and it started falling out. I did push forward just a touch. I'm watching it. It looks like it does want to creep up a little bit at a time. This is great. I would say overall I'm getting a touch more. Well, keeping an eye on it now. Maybe a touch more forward than down. There it goes. It's climbing in again. Okay. Very delicate process here. We're holding it a really good situation. Hopefully it doesn't fall out. I'm going to push forward just a touch. And we got a good break. All right. That was a really good break. So we'll go ahead and we'll definitely get into extraction mode here and just take a look at the good stuff. That's a 35. There's going to be better ones than that in there. That's 100% Bexelite. That's a hundo. We'll take it. Nice hundo. Nice clean hundo. I like it. All right. It's a 5% Bex rock right there. What's this guy? 997. 100% Bexelite. Let's take that. Very nice. Alright. We're just kind of 5%. Alright. And that was a 35%er. Right. Is there one more back there? No, there's not. So that's a 30, 52, 59. And this 35% is good. But let's take this 59. Let's do that one next. So, okay, so we'll go ahead and once again at 20%, I'm going to start kind of moving my way in. All right, that's a pretty good window there. It's official, the Prospector is back. Yeah, it's definitely doing just fine. We're not doing bad at all. Now, I don't even have the 48 SCU bags on here. Oops. I took a pretty hard step backwards, and that actually worked out okay. Definitely holding. It doesn't seem to be decaying. It seems to be just right on the money. I'm going to push in just a touch, just because it looked like it was about to decay. Clean break. All right. Feeling that went pretty good. That is a 42%er. What's this guy? Ooh, that's a nice 7, like a 60-some percenter, 66%er. Nice 69%er. I think I have to go with the obligatory nice on that one. Nice. Sorry. All right, we'll pull that one in. You know, we're not gonna frown at 70%. I tried to swap my Mullen Prospector bags the other day, but it wouldn't let me pull out the Prospector bag. Distracted me from grabbing the whole ship. Oh, that's interesting. I'm squinting to see the window. I appreciate that, Troll. All right, there was another kind of a good percentage as well in here. Let's go ahead and we'll move in on that. And we're starting to get towards the top of the food chain here as far as our cargo. And I think what we'll do is we could, that's a 42%er. We could break another rock down, but I think this 42%er is fine for the top off. You know, versus the time that maybe we'd get something slightly different, but just to get that additional SCU, I think we did just fine. That's actually, you know, that's actually not a bad amount of, you know, just so we're on the same page. 17 SCU is, you know, stuff is not too shabby, all things considered. All right, let's go land on the pad, turn this in, and see how we do. It does make you wonder if maybe server hopping might not be a bad idea when you do this as well, but I don't know. I'll have to give that some thought. Alright, so we're going to definitely crank this guy up. I'm going to send one ping just so I understand kind of exactly where the station is. Cool. I have had pretty good success taking those bags off, but you know what? I have not tried it in this iteration of 3.22, so it's hard to say. 24 likes, you guys. That's awesome. 14 SCU of Bex is over 100K AUEC. That's awesome. Love it. All right, so same kind of gig here. We're boogieing over to the pad. It's right over here. Could you have broke that with a bigger window mining head? Potentially, if I was using a Hofstad, I may have been able to break that if I used a gadget. I don't think that was, you know, it wasn't like the 14,000 mass one. Oh. Are they back over this way? They are. Whoops, my bad. No big deal. Alright, drop the gear, lower the VTOLs. We're going to land on this station, this one right here. Awesome. Easy peasy. Good. Just going to kill the engines. We'll back out of here. Let's run down to the refinery. We're going to dump this stuff and go out for another run and see what we find. So, yeah, this is the gig today. Instead of kind of hit and sell in and trying to find the highest percentages and kind of, you know, lifting our nose up at, you know, at at things that are, you know, maybe slightly lower than purity values. We're just kind of trying it this way. You know the law, V, no texting while driving. Yeah, you're right. That's funny. Definitely no texting while driving. That's funny. All right, we're not going to store the Prospector. I mean, so we are saving quite a bit of time, I would think. You know, first of all, this is a really short back and forth. You know, even if we would have go over to the other mic area, you know, it's still very short back and forth. You know, we're going to be at the refinery, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 times in the same time we would have been at 2. And so far things are going on. Tips. Well, have a good evening, neighbor. I like it. An 11K mass rock would likely have been beyond the Hofstad. Yeah, it would definitely would have been. Would definitely without the use of a gadget that would reduce resistance. Yeah, so it's definitely hard to say. Oh, let's check the half value real quick. So I had a 43K half value the last time. This is a 56K half value. Okay, 43K, 56K. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. We'll take it. Let's go ahead and get this in the refiner. All right. Set up a work order. We got some Bexlite. We got some gold. We're going to do the Denix solvenation. We'll get a quote. Confirm. All right, so these are our 2 runs so far tonight, right here. Not bad. Let's go ahead and continue to move on. I'm going to go ahead and top off on some thirst stuff while I'm right here. Very, very good run so far. Pretty, you know, finding actually pretty decent rocks considering, you know what the station is like. Well, hey, Chris, watch. I'll do this. I put it. I didn't litter. I put it in my light compartment. There you go. Chris, by the way, I don't know. You know, for those of you who are veterans to the channel, you know, what Chris is always teasing me about littering. You know, especially now with persistent entity streaming. It makes sense. Chris has got his eye on me. See, Optimax is the best cluster mod, but does reduce. It's a very nice gadget for arbor and impact heads. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. You know, it really just depends. You know, there's a couple different ways to skin the fish for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna grab a sip of water here. All right, let's go out for run 3. You know, so as you know, generally speaking, in a couple hours, I might bring a couple of runs back. So we certainly are not doing bad, all things considered. What am I doing? I don't need to do that. Pad 2, out we go. Oh, my littering hurts the game. It needs to step up. Yes, I know. They should have some spot where we can just kind of throw that stuff and like it would just go into an incinerator. All right, that's me doing a little bit of a helmet check before we run out. Also, we're playing from Linux, but Matt, each his own. Yeah, no, I get that for sure. The one thing about Linux is it does, you know, a lot of your resources are, you know, used directly on the game itself, and not necessarily on just supporting the operating system's many costly resources. All right, so up we go. You know, I probably should have replaced the Bormax. I guess I don't know that I did. Well, it's too late now. But let's go ahead and top off. I still have a Sabir and an Optimax on me. I should have grabbed another Vormax while I was down there. No big deal. Okay, so this time let's kind of head for Mike L3 and kind of head in that general direction, I guess, or maybe CRUL4. How about that one? All right. Just you want to have some kind of a marker to kind of keep you honest. It does seem like I'm heading in this direction an awful lot, though. Probably gonna running over the same old ground, kind of like the Big Flood song. Drax says, "Hey Hist, since 3.20, I've not been able to tell if any of the gadgets were helping. But I just resolved a hardware issue I didn't know I had on my PC, so I'll try them again." Yeah, it is funny how, a good working system can really kind of help cure some of the woes in Star Citizen, that's for sure. I fly a garbage scout, if they make one, just to help with server stability in the first. That's awesome. Oh, Chris, that's so funny. Yeah, all right, we're just kind of headed out here. I'm just going to kind of just leave an armistice. And we're just going to pop some of these guys and see what we find. Oh, hold on. There's some splash over this way. What do we got? Oh, I don't have that yaw. 2,000 is going to be salvage. Not a lot of it, but not salvage nonetheless. I've done about 4 or 5 runs right out here. It does, like I said, it does make me wonder if you shouldn't server hop, but I haven't approached a lot of single rocks. So let's go ahead and we'll approach that single rock there. All right. I will get myself in mining mode. And we will head right in on this guy. I like it. What does this splash got? It's got a 1900 in it. Let's get him sized up as well. Cool. Alright, here's this rock. Let's go back to mining mode. We're just under SEM. And, fortunately, I'm not pointed right at it. There it is. Moving at a pretty good clip. Let's go ahead and start backing her down. Alright, let's cross our fingers here. Oh boy. That rock is invisible though. It was when we first flew past it. Oh my goodness gracious. No, back up. Alright, what do we got? This is a Corundum Hephaestonite Picker. Not going to do that rock. Okay. I'm okay with not doing it. Wasn't it over something? Ah, yes. 1900? There, yep. And then what are those? Hey, there were some triplets. Nice. Alright, so let's approach this guy here. Theoretically, you could pull the bags off and put them in a C2 and process the ore off the C2 into a refinery. Eventually, I don't know if the bag sitting in the C2 allows you to refine that stuff or not right now. Definitely that's the way they're going to close the loop eventually, though, Balrogs. Anyhow, got to get back to meetings. Have a fun night. Aosha, thank you for stopping in, sir. Have a lovely evening. I hope that you're doing well, and I really appreciate you stopping in tonight. I mean that. It's always nice having you along. Cool. All right, we're gonna inch forward here, inch forward here. Yeah, you can see what I mean? You can see it's like... oh, look at this, a Quantanium picker. I mean, I'm going to pick it, but... It's gonna put us on a timer. Alright, well, we'll take a Quantanium picker. And it gave us 1 point some... So we don't have a ton of time. I mean, but there was a 3-pack right out in front of us somewhere, right? Hey, 6,800. Where's that at? Is that this one? Hey. Yeah, that was actually a bigger one than I thought. That might be actually 4 rocks. Let's go look at those real quick. Kind of scanning them on the way in. Alright, let's go ahead and get the mining head out. We've got to pay attention now because we've got... we've definitely got some, some Quantanium on board. But, hey, I mean, this is why we're trying this little bit different, approach. Now that, part of me thinks that, maybe you shouldn't put a, that small of a picker in right off, this early, but there's still 20-some minutes left. I mean, all right, we'll kind of start with this top fella here. Oh, a 40. Oh, wow, look at the mass on that guy. 45,000 mass, a 42% gold rock. That's a nice rock. You see, this guy's in, this guy, they're invisible. All right, I'm gonna go down close to this one first. They're invisible. Ah! Didn't like it. Oh well. 49,000 mass at 40% gold. I didn't like it at all. Didn't like that at all. And I mean, yes, I was going kind of aggressive towards it, but what the heck? There's a couple of nice big fatties, though. Holy smokes. All right, I'm trying to stay out of trouble here. Look, I'm an inch forward. All right, what do we got here? This is Hephaestionite and quartz. It is Hephaestionite over 43%. Turn your lights on, said Drac. All right, I'll try it. Oh, that's funny as hell. Dude, where are the rest of these things? There's this one, right? You know what that guy is. Oh, and then there's this one. We know what that guy is. Those are nice gold rocks. I mean, holy smokes. The Hephaestionite rock is cool. I'm going to try and get this last one to spawn here. Let's get close. You know what, Hist? I hear what you're saying, and that's the theory we're testing right now. I do hope that one of these, I could go get that Hephaestionite rock. I do hope that maybe this has got a little something in it, too. 6,000 mass rock. Oh, it's looking like, a 50% Bexelite rock. And quartz here, too. And what do I have that has a cluster modifier? Do I use the cluster modifier when I have only 20 minutes left? I'll tell you what, I think we're just going to break this rock because it's a 50-50 ball. I think we're just going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of inch my way in. I think we're actually going to not go with the hold on. 20% laser here. Hey. All right, let's go to a 40. 40. Oh, it's doing that one thing. All right, what about at 40? Nothing. Okay, weird. Oh, wait a minute. We had something going there. There it goes. All right, cool. Just look right behind me and make sure, okay, I can back away. Alright, I'm about as close as I really want to be, though. I'm going to inch forward just a little bit, just to try and make it... Yeah, we still got 19 minutes. We're in pretty good shape. I've inched forward a little bit, just trying to make it go just a touch faster. Once again, I'm going to use distance as the way to control this brake. This is a nice Bex rock if we could just get this guy on board. It's interesting how sometimes it floats down. I'm going to agitate a little. Ooh. Okay. All right. Well, we're right there. Oh, it's going up again. Instability is pretty brutal with this guy, but we'll find our way. All right, still inching up. I'm gonna inch back just a touch. And just kind of agitate a little bit. Good. There we go. It's starting to push up in. It could get gnarly here, so we're watching it. The instability is pretty interesting on this guy. I looked down at my keyboard just to make sure I was on the right keys. Alright, we pushed in. Want to be careful here that we don't push crazy into the... Alright, good control. I'm backed off a little bit. Oh, I backed. It's going to have a little bit, but you know something? It's not a bad break. That wasn't a terrible break. I mean... It just was there was a jump right at the end, but we'll take it. That wasn't perfect, but it was not bad. So that's a 72% Bex rock. S. S teach. All right, this looks like a... Okay, that's only 9%, so I'm not even worried about that guy. $63. We got some nice Bex pieces here, for sure. And we're still at 16 minutes, so we're still pretty strong on time. 40% Bex. Okay. And 50. Okay. So we have 72, 63, 66. That guy didn't have... Oh, that was that great big one. 50 and 40. So we'll grab this one first. Now, look. What am I seeing on that rock? Oh, I don't know. Just looked weird. Extraction mode. Yep. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's bring this on board. This is a nice rock. Good Bex in this guy right here. Very solid Bex. And then there was the 63, and I think this was a 66 down here. So we're going to prioritize that guy. Okay. He's coming on board next. Oh, actually, that's an 86. Wow. That's good. I thought I was misreading it. I was misreading it as a 66. Okay. Okay. And then here is your 63. Plenty of time. No secondary breaks to do. Yep. Very clean, for sure. All right. Very, very, very cool. This is going to be a very nice run. Kind of move it in there. All right, what's this guy? Okay, that's not one. Let me back away and get a little perspective. Okay, there's a 40. There's a 50. I don't think that... I think that was it, though. Right? I do. I think that 40 and 50 is it. All right. Let's do the 50 ball first. Phenom says, "Does it still shrink when you place it?" What are you saying, Phenom? Does what shrink when you place it? Oh, I know. I think I know what you're talking about now. Do the are the gadgets shrinking? No, they're not. They're not. That was so funny though, man. I had to wipe tears out of my eyes that time. Okay, this ended up being really good. We're going to be 30 some SCU, maybe even top off. This ended up being a great run. Okay, and we are going to back away from this, from all these rocks. There's a couple of really nice rocks here too, like mole style, very, very nice ones. Oh, I want to clear that. Sorry, clear that route. Let's do that. And let's look around for... All right, there's the station. Let me just kind of swing out this way. We're going to land on that pad. All right. I still have my gear down. That's funny. Good stuff. All right, we're cruising on in here. Let me put a ping up just to kind of get a sense of where things are at. Okay, I like it. And let's go ahead. We have 12 minutes left. We're just fine. We're coming at a great clip, 350. Once again, we're just landing on pads. We're not even... Here, I'm going to drop my gear, lower the VTOLs. We're not even, we're not even grabbing hangers. We're just right down on the pad here. All right. I'm so happy that they added, put multiple rocks back in space. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, we'll kill the engines. We will head down and see what we do here. Go throw this stuff in the hopper. Exit the ship. Off we go. I'll try and remember to pick myself up a Bormax. We're definitely at least going out on one more run, if not two.
An elevated threat level is
Hey.
issued for Crusader. We are unable to share details at this time. If you are a CDF volunteer or are interested in volunteering, please make your way to Orson.
Looks like,
This is Rowena Dooley with the CDF. We've been getting chatter through some of our contacts about an imminent threat. We're currently waiting for clearance to activate the CDF if the need arises. But if you are a CDF volunteer or are interested in volunteering, please make your way to Orson.
all right. It's like Siege of Orison is happening. Hist is saying, I wonder if the pendulum has swung too far back towards the Prospector. You know, I will say that I have not seen the real big rocks in 322 like you were seeing before, and I hope that they haven't, like you said, I hope that they haven't overcompensated too much, Teach, because the biggest rock I've seen in 322 is 61,000 mass, and that, you know, even 320, you know, there are certainly bigger rocks. Okay, here's a half value of 70,000. Wow, so that's a 70K half value. That's a nice, you know, that's a nice half value. So all right, well that's good to know. Let's throw that in the hopper. Begin. Miss Prospector. Let's set up a work order. We know we get Bax Quant. Denix, get quote, confirm. So now it's these three is what we've done tonight so far. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. I mean, and so we're definitely gonna do a couple of more. You know, I don't know where we're at for time so far. Hard for me to say exactly. But I think we're definitely going to do a couple more, at least. Oh, I don't want those. I just wanted to check whether or not I was full up on 100% thirst and hunger. It's a good question, Teach. I mean, it really is. And I definitely hope they haven't swung it back that far. You need that 90,000 or that 100,000 mass rock. You still need to have some two mole rocks out there, you know, in order for, you know, it's a really cool thing to do. We were practicing, and you know, on Friday night, kitting out one mole with a bunch of helixes and Riegers and and stampedes, and then one mole with a bunch of arbors and focuses, you know. And that was a lot of fun. We were breaking some 70,000 mass rocks. Oh, I did it again. Right it back up the pad 2. 70,000 mass rocks with, you know, pretty comfortably. And then we did it at a snag where we ended up blowing some of our stuff off our ship. Oh, the Bormax. I did forget to grab it. I still have on me, though, just so we're on the same page, an Optimax and a Sabir. I did forget to grab the Bormax. We'll be okay. Hat check. I don't want to run back down and grab it now. I wish I would have remembered it. It's okay though. We'll be fine. All right. So tonight has gone pretty well. I mean, we got an 86 going, and then we got a little bit over 100, 112. So 86, 112, and then 140. So I mean, and of course there's 18,000 so far in refining costs as well, and we'll think about that's averaging about 6,000 or so a load for refining costs. Maybe 6,500. All right, so let's go ahead and see if they what? That's weird. What the heck? Is there something going on with my character I should know about? Let's look. Is my head cocked? It doesn't look cocked. No. Just like, what the heck? What is going on with that? Oh, but you can see like my arm's kind of like weird. Hold on. Yeah, you can use two moles on a rock without ill effect. Absolutely. which seems kind of silly, I know, but you can. I mean, and so yeah, we had one kitted out as the power mole and one kitted out as the support mole. Yeah, it looks like somebody twisted my arm. It does. Okay, that looks better. That was weird. All right, another run here. Let's talk about this. So this time we're gonna head up towards like Mike out, like one of these places. We'll head this direction. So okay, up we go. And let me go ahead and switch back to mouse and keyboard. Up and down, roll, roll. Cool. And that's the direction we're gonna head, which is definitely a little different than we have been heading, which is great. For at least as far as we can until we fly out of the asteroids, if we do. Right. And I'll begin pinging here as we go. Alright, we got some splash there. What's that? That's an 1800. We'll go ahead and click that guy, and we'll head right out towards them. We'll kind of keep scanning those. We're on our way out. Okay. What do we have there? It's a 17 hundo. Grab that guy too. All right. Cool. This guy's getting pretty close. And we will pull out the mining laser and see what we got. Oh, for a minute there, it scared me. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's that stuff still on board? Oh, I'm really kind of hauling backside here. Let's settle her down. That's why I never fly at rocks, in case I kind of do a V thing. Because I will. All right, we'll trim that out a little better. Cool. And it's an invisible rock too. See? What the heck? It's so weird. Let me go MM. Okay. 27% gold rock. We'll take it. Yeah, I mean, a 28%er basically. It's 10,600. Hey, Scarred, what's happening, man? How you doing? We're doing a little bit of different tonight. Where we're flying off of, just so you know, Griff, we're flying off of Mike L5, and we're just going out into just the local space around Mike L5, and we're grabbing kind of whatever as quickly as possible. And when I say whatever, I mean tier 2 resources that are going to be north of 50, and any tier 1 resources at all. So, and right now we've got 3 runs back since we started that have all been fairly good runs. I mean, one of them was the half value 43K, one of them the half value 56K, one of them the half value of 70,000. So, anyways, let's go ahead and oh boy, look at that little itty bitty window there. Yikes. This is going to be interesting for sure. All right, I'm gonna take this to about a 50% laser power. And once again, we're going to use distance. Now, this is a good size rock here. Let me loosen up the head here. Okay. Now I'm going to start kind of, from here, I'm going to start creeping up. Definitely 100% for science. Alright, I'm just kind of seeing where... Okay, we're starting to get in here now. Alright, 75 here. Let's see if it just kind of... Alright, it is climbing pretty good. I'm going to back up. This is going to be a very, very delicate break. If it didn't have gold in it, I probably would skip this one. And this could be a gnarly... Yeah, this... I mean, there's not a lot of optimal window to work with. It's not that it's impossible. You know, I probably should think about maybe a gadget that would expand the optimal window. But I am going to take at least a mini run at it first. Agitate a little bit and drive it up. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to start nudging backwards a little bit. Ooh, boy. Okay, now I'm going to nudge forward just a touch. This rock would be a good wave shift rock, yeah. We definitely need a bigger optimal window. I don't have a wave shift. I don't know that they have them at that station either. But I'm beginning to think now, you really want to have almost all the different kinds of, you know, have access to all the different kinds of the gadgets the way that it is now. Because you're not wrong. Something that would really open up the optimal window here would be optimal in that particular situation. Let's go. Let's see how we do. It's still marching up. I just rolled back again. I'm rolling back more. Is it still fighting? Okay, now it's decaying down. All right, so I inched forward. It's decaying up again. Or I'm not sure decaying up's a thing. This is, you know, outside the instability. This is going to be tough. This is going to be real tough. I'm going to have to get into a heck of a good pattern here. All right. Not bad. Hanging in there. I backed up. I backed away. It fell out. It broke. I mean, it wasn't... I mean, honestly, you guys, that's about as clean of a break as you're going to get on such a little window. I mean, I'm not going to complain about that at all. All right, so if it's south of 15% Bexlite, I'm not doing it. Because that's just too much Garbola. Like that 10%er, I'm not doing. But anything, you know, anything that's north of 15% will... That's a 52%er. That's pretty good. That's another 53%er. We'll take it. So yeah, a little bit different thought on the meta tonight, right? We're just, you know, look at that. It's mostly Garbola. That was like 0.018%. Or 0.18%. That's a 28% gold. Well, that'll come on board. And this is probably going to be around the same, I bet. 12%. Okay, so 53 goes on first. 50, yeah. Okay, so extract, perfect. Good size rock, wow. Okay, and this guy. Good. Nice 10. You know, it's pretty much a 50-50 ball, but, you know, it's... All right, that's not good. That's not good. That 28's the last of the Mohicans. We will take this 28. It's a bit grumpy. But we'll grab it. It's going to get us to 10 SEU of gold, which is great. And so, yeah, you know, well, I'm not necessarily calling these speed runs because I'm not, like, trying to shave every little bit off. You know, we are definitely, you know, doing it a little different style this time. Okay, so send out a ping. What do we got there? 1870. Let's go ahead and... Oh, it's down this way. Sorry. All right, we'll approach this rock. We're already pretty close to it. I am on the EPTU, Grift. To me, you know, like, I just want to kind of keep testing all these EPTU patches just to make sure that we're, you know, that we're kind of on top of where things are at. What's going on? That's weird. I am moving forward, though. It's in that little cloud over there. I know it is. All right, hold on. Let's keep it honest. There we go. Oh, it's a little further out than I thought it was. 3.22. Yep, that's where we're at. We're in the EPTU. And I just, to me, because the Prospector is just getting love, this is me just kind of, I really want to kind of stay kind of working on this part of it. Assuming that you get 10 SE of gold after refining, that's roughly 75K. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting for sure how quick sometimes you can get some of this stuff on board. And this, kind of doing the station thing has been pretty good. So, really kind of enjoying it. It's definitely a little bit different thing than flying to some place and, trying to squeeze the most out of it. But, quite honestly, just in all transparency, history teacher is the one who kind of sent me some, oh, you know what, this is there's a rock, this rock it'll pop right out in front of us, watch. History teacher took some time and sent me, had gone through very graciously and had gone through my last stream and had really kind of plotted some stuff out on an Excel sheet and just said, hey, V, I really think that you should maybe, if you're trying to maximize profit, I think you're kind of, by the numbers mathematically, I think that you could do better. And I took it to heart. I kind of read what he said, and I decided that I would come out here and do this a little different. This thing's here. I know it is. It's just a single rock. I'm not gonna wait forever. All right, I'll get a little closer. I'll get it, but I'm not getting any closer. There. Oh my gosh, it popped at 50. Scary thing. 6,300. This is a high percentage of laranite. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll mine this. All right, so we'll back up. I'm gonna go. So, anyways, yeah, I appreciated the time and effort that history teacher put in, and you know what? So far tonight, what he has said is really I think we're going to crunch some numbers. I'm going to finish this run off and do one more run after this one. And then we're going to talk about the numbers and then, kind of see where we're at. I'm going to move forward just a touch. All right, so we're going to inch forward a little bit and get it kind of... All right, that's kind of... Yeah, I wanted it to jump up a little. So I kind of inched forward, and I was going to agitate a little bit. All right, I'm kind of inching forward a little bit. This is probably one of the easier breaks I've done tonight. Hopefully I won't mess it up. Humble Monk, how are you, sir? That station you're at is, yeah, well, it's hard not to. That's a great station. I mean, that station has really, really, really good bonuses. And anybody who hangs out at that station, I definitely understand why. So I just, once it kind of slotted into the optimal, I just kind of backed up a little bit, just to kind of take the edge off the power. You can see it's still kind of trying, but I backed up again. This is going to be a really clean break. I don't know why I took damage there. Oh, maybe I was I know why I was, because if I looked there, I should have backed up a little more. So that's on me. I took a little bit of damage, but, nothing crazy there. It didn't hurt my focus or my rigor. All right, so that's an 81%. That's a really nice laranite rock. Okay. And this is going to be 100% laranite. So, yeah, so we've got a hundo and an 81. Wow, that broke clean. I wonder if these tier 2s are just breaking clean. I mean, I don't do much tier 2 stuff, as you guys know. That broke clean as hell. Wow. 100% copper. Laranite and copper. I'll have to 100% copper. Look at that. Yeah, this guy broke really clean. Interestingly clean. Maybe I'll just pop a laranite copper right. 100%. All right. Well, you can't do better than that. My goodness gracious. Oh, Griff's got daddy duties. Nice, man. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the best duties in the world. Good for you, sir. Enjoy that, man. And thank you for popping in, sir. It was good seeing you. Awesome. And then we had this other 81%er. And that's going to top us off. So we did get a pretty solid amount of a tier 2. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and clear out here. I'll back away from the rock. We'll close. All right. We'll kind of look around here and see if we see the station anywhere. There it is. Oh, I'm too close. All right, well, we'll come in at a pretty good clip then. Perfect. Tells me right about there. And where are we at? Yeah, we're 19 and closing. It's not bad. We didn't even get that far away from the station this time. All right, well, head on in and we'll put this guy in the bank, and then right down to half value. We'll go out for one more run after that, and then we'll crunch some numbers, because that will actually be 5 times I return to the station. And as you know, if you watch my streams the last 2 or 3 times, I was only coming back to the station twice. That's just the reality. I mean, I was normally getting 1, maybe 2 runs when I was being super picky, right? So that's just trying to be as honest as possible about it. All right, gear. Well, drop the gear. Oh, they're over this way. All right, let's get this guy dropped. We'll go out for one more run after this one. We're going to touch down on the pad here. I'm really glad we did this. This actually has been an eye-opener for me today. And it's so weird. I mean, I'm always super open-minded about stuff like this. I always want to give people, an opportunity to, kind of present their case and stuff. I don't always test it out this fully, but I will tell you what, I think that this has been very, the numbers will probably bear it out pretty good. But, I think we've done okay tonight for sure. A lot of people sleep on that station. They just don't get the idea of how much No, you're not wrong, Humble. You're absolutely not wrong at all. A ton of people, it's so funny because, and I'm not knocking it at all, but I was like, I had done this really, really, really nice gold, like a super 70, like a 70 SCU gold run one time in the mole. Oh, I got caught in the animation. In the mole, and I decided I would run, because it was gold or whatever, I would run it here. It was either gold or Bexalite. It was whichever has the, it was one of those two. And, I was talking to Guap, I was on Guap's stream that night, and I said, man, I had 70 SCU, run. I just hauled it over to, I hauled it over to Mike L5 or whatever, and he was like, I'd never do that, I wouldn't run it that far. And that makes sense. I mean, it is a long ways across the galaxy. History teacher says, V, your willingness to try new stuff was the reason I subscribed months ago. I'm grateful you were willing to give this a go. No, listen, you put in a lot of time on that, man. I was super impressed. I showed it to my wife, my daughter. I really appreciated that you did that. I mean, if somebody's going to take that much time to say, hey, man, I think you're jumping over a quarter, you're jumping over a $50 bill to pick up a quarter here. I get it. I mean, I'm always absolutely willing, but especially if somebody's going to put their time and energy into, trying to prove their case, that you did something special, man. I really appreciate that, truly. Truly. All right, let's get the half value here. We've been rocking, not doing too bad on these. This is a 42,000 run, but we weren't out there that long. So So there's a 42K. We'll go ahead and put that guy in the refinery. I tried to make the noise there. That was kind of weird. All right, gold, laranite, core. I think we're good there. I'm not going to mess with any of that stuff. We'll do some Denix solvenation. Quote, confirm. All right, so now we've got 4 runs that we've done tonight. We're going to head out and do one more. Is it G? It's G. Yep. We're still good. We're gonna head out, and we have done 5 flights off of. We have done 5 flights off of Mike L5 tonight. And we have, yeah. I mean, we're gonna be definitely close to 500,000. You know, when it's all said and done, I have a feeling. Maybe not quite there, but maybe. That 70K run was a good one. Oh, Bormax. Yeah, good. Yeah, thanks for that, Teach. No, I will go down. I'm not far enough away now. I'll grab a Bormax just so we have it. I'll also check to see if they have anything else in there. Like, I'll check to see if they have a wave shift, anything like that. I know. I was about to forget it again. I looked out at the chat in time. That's so funny. I'm kind of the absent-minded professor lately. I don't know what my deal is. Alright, what kind of... Alright, let's take a look at these gadgets, right? Oh, they have wave shifts here, too. Optimal charge window size, 100%. Optimal charge window. Negative. I'm gonna buy one of those, too. Yep, and then I've got a Sabir. I need a Bormax. Buy. Okay. Cool. And then this Stalwart is actually kind of neat too. Like, I was looking at this. It's got the cluster modifier. It's got negative 35% instability. It does slow down the optimal charge. It does make the optimal charge window size negative 30%, but it does speed up the rate fairly considerably. So good cluster. Stalwart's kind of good too. I think we'll just kind of let me just kind of stick with what we got. I'm going to take that wave shift, and I am going to take this Bormax. Oh, and they fit. Awesome. And we'll have those on board for this last run out. V seems to be in the mood for some face planting today. Face planting the rocks. You know what? I have ran into a lot of stuff today. You're not wrong. I mean, the one thing I will say is it's not helping. Like, for some reason, it's like the Prospector felt like it was in a bit of a slipstream. I mean, it was like, man, it's not, the rate of decay is not quite as fast as it normally is. Hey, son, how's it going, sir? Nice to see you. The rate of decay seemed like it was a little, I don't know. And then combine that with the fact that the rocks are kind of just poofing in front of me. It's a good thing I haven't taken more damage or blown myself up. So, son, how have you been? It's nice to see you, sir. All right, pad 2. So this is our 5th run off of the station here. You know what this has been? It's been a very, very good little helmet check. You know, I don't know if that happens to you guys, but I noticed it when I came back, is that there's always that brief delay when you don't have your helmet on. It's always kind of weird to me. Drax says, you doing a lot of face plants, but no booms so far, and you know it's all about the booms. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Doing great, V. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, we tried a little bit different thing tonight, son, what we've done. Hey, Jay, how are you? Is there an indication that devs plan on player-driven economy? There's been tons of indication of that, Jay, before. They've been a little quiet on it lately. Tony Z's been a little quiet. But no, they've talked about all sorts of that stuff. Right, up we go. All right, let's go ahead and pick. We're gonna pick Mike. We'll pick this area here. I've kind of gone this way, this way, this way. We'll set a route towards that thing. Now we're not jumping there, so no big deal there. But we just want to have. It's nice to have a quantum marker in front of you, so you kind of don't necessarily travel the same old ground. You know, kind of keeps you heading in a direction. But yeah, there's definitely been some There's definitely been some indication that they're, you know, that they want to have a player-driven economy. You know, or certainly, you know, certainly, I guess player-driven. That's an excellent question. I don't know if it's going to be player-driven as much as, I don't know about that. Player-driven specifically would be, maybe that's a little further than what they've talked about. They did talk about having an economic system, though, a simulation. All right, what do we have here? 8,000, you know that's going to be salvage. Keep on a hustling. All right, there's some splash down there, as Drat calls it, and I've adopted it. 1850. We'll send a ping into that splash. That's a rock that that's an agricium rock. So it's a rock I've already kind of scanned before and decided not to do. And I remember that rock it had a very thin window there. You got back into mine again, thanks, and picked up some VK. Yeah, VKBs I love, man. I think that the VKB is a great bang for your buck option when it comes to sticks. An absolutely fantastic bang for your buck option. You know, obviously the Verpals are the Verpals, but you know, I think that the VKBs are a strong step up from the T16,000s. I've had my VKBs for a year and I just adore them. J-Crown, 100% economy and SE is intended to be player driven. Right now, economy is based on fixed. Yeah, it's definitely not now. I agree with that 100%. See, there's 8,000 as well, so that's going to be salvage. Really kind of I'll peel off a little bit. I'll kind of keep the sun over in that area because this is definitely ground I've tread already. What's this guy? It's an 1800. Let's go ahead and single rock. Let's go ahead and... Whoa. Kind of lost in there for a minute. Hang out again here. All right, what do we got there? We got 1870. Single rock. What do we got here? We got 28,000. Wow, that's a salvage field for sure. 1900. All right, and that guy seems like he's a touch closer than the other one. 28,000. Look at that salvage. Holy crap. Yeah, I think VKB is the best bang for your buck stick, and I don't even think it's close. I mean, you know, you're not paying. It's around. It's south of $400 with shipping. Look at all that salvage down there, you guys. Look at it all. Tons of salvage there. But anyways, yeah, I think they're the best bang for your buck for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Go look at the 28K and see if that's a full ship. It's not a full ship, Drac. It's definitely some salvage panels is what it is. All right. But what you were asking is not, you know, it certainly could be. It's not an 870. You can see all the different diamond icons. Yeah, look at the rate of decay. It's so weird. Anyways, no big deal. I can at least see this rock. That's a good thing. Oh, why don't we turn it off? Okay, we'll kind of approach this guy. Chris Spade says, player-driven economy would have to have players on at least 4 servers at all times. It'd have to be completely stable. Yeah, you're not wrong about that, Chris. There would definitely have to be a considerable, you know, certainly some difference. So this is a 3,000, you know, just a little over, it's not even a 3,100. It's a 46% barrel rock. We're not going to do this one. This is a skipper. There's not many skippers in this kind of the meta that we're working on now, but that's a skipper for sure. While you were doing your thing, I decided to update my original Oculus. Quest 2 to receive the latest firmware. Quest 2, yours was the first stream. Oh my gosh! Are you saying you're watching the stream and kind of like with one of those headsets on? That's awesome, boy. My son absolutely just adores his VR stuff. That's a 1750 there. And not a rock I've approached before. So let's go look at that one. That other rock I'd approached as well, and there's a couple out here. Because I've done 5 runs off the station here, there are a couple of rocks I've looked at already. just right over this way. That is cool, Ramon, for sure. All right, we've done 5 runs off of, off of this station today, and we've done really well. But let's just go ahead and keep our foot on the gas and see if we can't finish strong. What is this here? Let's go ahead and... What do we got down this way? There's a 1750. What is the splash down here? 1720. Interesting. Okay, this rock is right here, though, right? Yeah, okay. Let's just kind of... Let's look at this one first. And I'm going to start hitting the hitting the brake here. Slowing down. Some of the rocks haven't been spawned hit. You know, like they don't, like they're not actually there until you kind of make them spawn. It's been interesting. Barrel is literally the bottom of the barrel. Yeah. Plus, it's unstable as well. It's like its instability is pretty high. It's a struggle. They'll probably do something like make barrel like like a super important resource for, like, I don't know, when you build ships or something. All right, we're gonna move in on this guy. All right, we're gonna, just for science, because I haven't. We are going to sit here for just a moment to see if this thing kind of sorts itself out. Oh, it did. Okay, that's good to know. Because I did want to know that. It's a 20% Bexelite picker at a 503 mass. We're going to go ahead and extract it. This has been the plan tonight has been, if it's got tier 1 in it, we grab it regardless. It's not overwhelming us though either. It's not, it was 1 SEU max, so it's not a ton, but not terrible. All right, what's this guy here? Let's toggle that. V, that's a 12,000. That's more salvage. Okay, that is a 1750. Let's go ahead and approach the 1750 and see what we got. All right, we'll do that. History teacher says barrel is really the bottom. Yeah, but as far as singles go, look for 1850 RS signature. Those are M-class asteroids and more common. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good... prioritize 1850s on single rocks. That's a good piece of information. What do we have here? 1720. And we're approaching this 1750. Interesting... Oh, I'm going pretty slow here. Let's go ahead. We can speed up just a little bit. I've been running into things, so I haven't been going that fast. Awesome. Which is, I did watch for a bit on Quest's own virtual desktop. It was strange, a bit weird. It was the test of the headset. Will take a bit getting used to. Not planning on doing it too often. The thing is there are definitely people. I know people are playing Star Citizen with that kind of gear on as well. I mean, that's pretty awesome. All right, let's slow down there, Grandpa. All right, we'll keep moving forward here. All right, what do we got? I'm going to toggle M. 22,000 mass. Nice, beautiful mass rock. A lot of laranite in it. 51% laranite rock really is nice. 1750 is a P-type and a Grisium borace, more common in those. Well, V chat, got to do some things before bed. Good runs tonight, V. Keep up the good work. Chris Bates, thank you so much, my friend. I hope that you're well, and thanks for joining us tonight. And it's really nice to see you lately, sir. Getting some chats in has been great. I really appreciate that, and have yourself a good night. All right, this guy's close. We'll go take a look at it. All right, we're getting there. That's right. It's close. We're boogieing. Absolutely. Thanks for joining tonight. So this has been, yeah, I'm going to start hitting the gas here. Hitting the brake, I meant. Good decay. Coming in a touch hot. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. right, we'll toggle them. Just a quartz rock. This is an S-type, 1794. We're going to continue to move on. All right. That's interesting. We got nothing that way. Some this way. What do we got this going over here? Toggle V, 22,000. That is a lot of salvage. And 3,400. That's some doublers. But these might be doublers that I already scanned because that rock was already there. I might be headed kind of right back to where I was headed. It looked like we were kind of getting towards the edge of the map, though, so to speak. And let's go. We'll look this way a little bit. What is that? That's that 12,000. And that's the 1750. But that's one we've already looked at, too, right? That's the thing. If I ping it and it just immediately turns into a rock icon, I've been there already. And so this is, you know, one of the things to kind of think about when you're out kind of doing these runs. I have tried to shake up going in different directions as best I could. We'll head in this direction a little bit and see how we do. I'll kind of speed up a touch. I'm sure we'll find a few more singles out here. All right, what do we have here? 8,000, so you know that's going to be salvage. Boy, the salvage is crazy out here. I don't know if that's going to, you know, that's going to stay or whatever, but wow, there is good salvage around this area. Another 8,000? Holy smokes. There is solid salvage in this neck of the woods. I will have my vulture up here for sure. That is going to happen. 3,400 is two C-types. C-types have backs. Yeah. I had definitely already scanned those particular ones because it became a rock icon on the collapsed ping right off the bat, which told me, yep, I had already done that one. Oh, there's a 5,100 though. Look at that. That's a 4,000, but I think that's the 5,100 right there. Yeah. And no rock icon, so I have not scanned these three. There we go. Let's go ahead and approach here. This is good. 51 hundos. Keeping the rocks right out in front of us. We are moving at a pretty good clip. I'm going to go ahead and change into mining mode. Roll back on the... We're coming... Yeah, the decay, the rate of decay is kind of interesting. And normally slows down a little faster. Sky, welcome to the channel. How are you, Sky Racer XP? Did you pick up the Erastra? I did, don't know. Doesn't look like I'll need the Galaxy for refining now. Yeah, it seems like they're basically going to be pretty similar. You know, so yeah, I mean, the Erastra's is really going to be, I think, a great ship. I know some people are a little down on it because of the cost, but I think it's going to be a real good ship. I'm not sleeping on the Erastra. You know, it's definitely one that I think is going to be good. All right, we're going to wait this out here a sec. You can see we're going through it. Oh. We're just going to give it time. For posterity here. Yep, there we go. I was just going to give it some time and let it kind of figure itself out. So this is corundum, hephaestonite, and inert. I think we're going to let that one slide for now. Pretty low tier guy there. What about this fella? Got a couple more rocks to look at here. All right. This is a C-type 1849 mass. This is also corundum and hephaestonite. Yikes. I don't know that I want to do that one either. Let's kind of get on this one here. It's not inert. All right, what do we got here? Good mass, 10,200. But just a corundum and inert. I don't think this is the one for us. Headlights, Drax says. Yeah. I don't know that there's enough in here that I want to go after. I think we're going to kind of move on, you guys. And we have not pulled away from a whole lot of things today, but I think that one's probably not what we're looking for. There's a 1900. Let's go ahead and approach this guy. All right, not too far away, so we're going to go in. Angry Gamer says, I'm super worried about the Galaxy because it has 0 AA, so it'll be insanely easy for torps to 1 or 2 shot it. The size 5s are kind of junk for something the size of a Corvette. I wish it was size 6. Nah, I don't disagree with that. It also doesn't do anything better than any other ships. Well, the one thing, it's one ship that can do multiple things. I'm not going to sleep on the Galaxy. I think, look, when you have that in your arsenal, if you can kit it out as a medical ship when you need more medical support, when you can kit it out as a refinery ship when you need more refinery support, when you can kit it out as a cargo ship if you need a little more cargo support, and then they recently talked about it having some kind of pioneerish base building as well. Yeah, those were kind of trashy rocks. Hiss. I didn't have a hard time, kind of going away from those. I don't, we'll see. I think that, I still think the Galaxy, because it's got that modularity. I don't think it's a bad gig. I don't. All right, let's just kind of approach this guy. Yeah, but you have to go to a shipyard to change the module. Yeah, that's true because it's a huge part of the ship. See, this one's disappeared. Let's turn on the headlights for Drac. This thing's gonna pop right out in front of me. I'm gonna go slow. I don't like this. I'm gonna get watch this. It's gonna pop right if it does pop. Once you pop, you can't stop. I don't want to go closer than that. Oh, it's just a picker. Well, I don't know. Hold on. It's barrel and core. It's nothing we're going to do. Nothing we're going to work on here. My stars. This last one, interesting enough. Oh, I don't want to go towards the station. Probably more off this direction, maybe. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I mean, you know what, Angrius, we'll see. I mean, I do think that there's some power in that modularity. And I will tell you, that's not a ship I thought of much early on, but it's grown on a little bit. Anyway, but I hear what you're saying. I bought 3 ships in the game: Argo Raft, Miss Prospector, and Miss Freelancer Max. I'm curious about the Raft. As seen as mining is making a recovery, Prospector will get used. Yeah, the Prospector should get used for sure. I like the Raft. I like the Raft. I mean, I'll be honest. I like the Raft. I don't know how, I mean, I hope that those things eventually extend out farther and that it can haul more than 96 SCU. I'm not necessarily banking on that, but I hope it's a thing. 5,100 right there. Let's see it. Those were... See, I'm kind of... That's what's happening. I'm kind of retooling over old ground just because... I've gone in a couple different directions here. I'm kind of a little lost at which way to head. So we'll head this way, I guess. Yeah. I've done 5 runs out, so I have definitely scanned a lot of the rocks that are in the immediate vicinity. Not all of them, though, by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll just kind of head off in this direction and see what we get. I don't want to fly right at the station, but looking around for a couple of more rocks to see if we can't kind of, pull in a little bit more material tonight. Okay. Pinging pretty hard. I know I'm pretty close to the station. We might be kind of inside that. Oh, there's an 1850 out in front of me somewhere. I don't see any splash either. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's 8,000. You know what that is. Oh, there's something there. There's an 1850. And let's see here. I have not scanned that rock because I needed to kind of get a rock icon on it. So let's approach that one. I'm going to speed up. Oh, I just hit the gear by accident. I'm going to speed up and let's go in and see what we got. Great stream, V. I have to take off. Good night. Hey, son, thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. I can't thank you enough for dropping in. I really mean it. Good seeing you, sir. All right, cool. Got the old mining mode going. With the old... Got some splash out in front of us. All right, there's the rock. We're approaching at a pretty reasonable clip. Crossing our fingers that this is a good one. And we've been pretty blessed tonight, you guys. We really have been blessed. I mean, we've had some very good runs. A couple of really nice rocks. All right. Oh boy. All right. Agricium rock, 46%. I guess I don't do much agricium. Maybe why not? I guess we can break this one. I mean, it's agricium. That's a tier 2 resource. Let's just go ahead and let me get a little closer to it. Nothing crazy to write home about, but you know what? We can break this guy. DJ, how you doing tonight? Nice to see you. When you say mine looks blurry, you might consider... I have a video, it's an old one, DJ, where it talks about modifying there's an INI file you can modify, which changes your position, like the way the way the UI draws. Maybe you should look at that and just kind of change it and then see if that kind of makes it less blurry. Yeah, agricium is hard to break. It's an unstable one for sure. Part of me thinks that, this maybe isn't the best choice, but we'll just go ahead and knock it out. Hey there, little trucker. How you doing, man? Hope that you're doing well, sir. I'm doing great. I have a Helix size 1 on the Prospector here, a Focus 3 and a Rieger C3. And we've been doing something a little different today. Hold on here. It did fall out at 31. Let me push it back up to 33. And see if it gets in there. Give it a sec. Give me just a sec here. 34, I pushed it up to. There's 35. Alright, I'm going to inch forward here. I'm going to start using distance now. This guy is inching up. It's really kind of slow. I did push forward just a touch again. Boy, she's being gnarly. Pushed forward a touch again. Boy, it seems like it hit a stall. I mean, I've pushed forward 3 times and increased from 33 to 35. And you know what's going to happen is the minute it breaks it, it's going to shoot way up into the overcharge. And I don't care if I lose this rock. It's nothing to write home about. Man. That is crazy. Here it goes. Alright, another good climb up. And you can see how quick it decays down. It decays down like the instability is greater than the size of that optimal window. We're going to have to get kind of lucky here, or it's going to be kind of a nasty, you know, not necessarily a super clean break. It is going to, it's still pushing up. Definitely being stingy. It's still closing, still collapsing. Alright, it's about to jump up in there. Yeah, it's in there. And I'm kind of riding it out here for a second. Alright, I backed up a little bit. This is a gnarly break. I'm going to back up a little more. I did. Back up a little more. Wow. That was a tough break. Hey, Brianna, how are you? I had zero luck getting the... Oh, yeah. Zero luck getting to the Halo ring. Oh, we can help with that, DJ. For sure. Alright, we're looking for a Grissium here in reasonable amounts. I'm always down to group. Yeah, that's the one thing you guys, I stream, I'm super approachable. You know, my Discord is in the description. Look me up, you know, invite, you know, if you want to go mining, invite, you know, just let's set up a date and time and let's go do it. I am always happy to mine. You know, I'm just a regular dude who plays Star Citizen, and I love mining with other people, and I'm always looking for people to either. I'm always happy to jump on somebody else's mole. People are always happy. I'm always happy to take my mole. We can always, you know, kind of teach. It can be teaching moments. It definitely doesn't have to be go out there and try and make the most possible money. It can go out there and be as slow as we want, just kind of taking our time. Okay, so we got an 84. We got some nice Agricium rocks here, so let's go ahead and extract these. Been a long time since I took Agricium on board, and I don't necessarily know that it's all that great, but we'll go ahead and grab it nonetheless. Nice. This is DJ. All right, so we got some Agricium for sure. All right, and I don't think we really want anything else here. That's a 54%er. Okay. You know, I'm here. I might as well just grab it. We will have about a little more wiggle room for another rock. All right. Let's see if we can find something else here. All right. What do we have here? We have a 1900. Okay. And let me just check this guy real quick. An 8,000. So that's salvage. So this is our fella. We'll approach this guy and see how it goes. Yeah, it's been a great. I've really enjoyed tonight. This has been a real big eye opener. I think I really feel like, um, there's certainly is a couple of other things that I wouldn't necessarily do on stream, but you might consider doing. Like, let's say you're flying off of a station kind of all day long or whatever. You could certainly do a little server hopping if you felt like you were starting to see a lot of the exact same rocks. The other thing that I did not do, which is I believe we could have had it came over to Mike L5 and looked around there as well. So I think that would have been another option. I didn't do that. I just kind of wanted to fly around the station this time, but I think that's an option. I think that there are things over there. So that would have been another way to kind of, potentially, change the calculus about what kind of happened here today. Although I don't think, I do, like I said, I think we did okay. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more something good out of this rock, or whatever we do finish mining with, try and bring it up to at least a 50,000. Well, better rocks further out. Yeah, you're probably not wrong, Humble. But there is an end, though, too. Oh, I see. It seems like if you go in one direction, though, it does seem like, and Humble, you can help me, like, it seemed like I got into a spot, like, a couple of times, like, there was no pings, like, nothing, like I flew out of the rock area. All right. This is a barrel and quartz rock. That's not going to do it for us. All right. We're going to kind of... Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You can see, like, I tend to get into these areas where all of a sudden, like, there's just nothing else out here. You have to go the total other way. I see. So what are you saying? Like, you have to go, like, this direction? Like this direction away? Like, should I maybe, like, look at the Stanton jump point and then, obviously I can head back towards the station right now, right? I mean, yeah, it's this way. All right, well, we'll kind of head that direction. See if we can't kind of... We only really need one more good, halfway decent rock here to kind of finish tonight off. I wanted to do kind of... How quick could I do kind of 5 runs and get decent stuff? And this last run, unfortunately, has been kind of like... It's taken the longest. We've kind of flown around a little bit and haven't found a whole lot. That makes sense. I hear what you're saying. Are you going towards Mike L5A or towards a jump point? I have been going, Humble, I've been doing it differently each run, right? I like, one time I headed towards Art Corp, one time I headed towards CRUL4, one time I had Crusader, one time I headed towards Mike, one time I headed towards this. I don't know that I've ever headed in that other direction. And I might have, but I don't remember if I did or not. Oh, Ramoyne, it is late there. Yeah, get some rest, man, for sure. Like I said, we're kind of finishing up here. If I can find one more rock to mine. I don't know. I'm not getting any pings out here. This is where the Hey, there's some splash. What do we got there? VV, an 1850, and a rock I have not scanned yet. That's good. Let me ping again. Keeping it out in front of me. It's interesting. I don't know that it's weird. It wouldn't give me the actual rock icon. And I know it's right there. I'm not going to go look at that one. I know it's close. What is this guy here? Ooh, a 5,500. Well, I guess we'll fly towards this. I kind of... That one just kind of mysteriously just wasn't necessarily happening. Yeah, that's exactly right. Am I going to crash into it? I almost... There was one that just went by in the edge of my... Alright, well, here's some opportunities for sure. We'll pull out this mining laser. We'll kind of roll this guy back here. We're coming at a pretty good clip. Good decay. Jaffo, how are you, man? Nice to see you. How you been? Brianna Joy, Phantom. There are some Phantom rocks out here for sure. Brianna, I hope you're doing well. I'm happy that you know, happy to see you again. That is really cool. All right, cool. All right, well. So we'll just kind of approach these guys slowly. I don't think that they're actually spawned. I think this is another one of those kind of... Yeah, that's what I meant right there. All right, good mass. It's a Grisium rock and quartz. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. We're going to look at our other options and see if one of them's better. See if there's a tier 1 or something in there. I think this is the same kind of gig, though. I'm not going to get... Alright. $3,800 mass rock. It's a quartz rock, okay? Not great. I mean, if I had to choose between the two, it's the Agricium rock. Alright, we'll cross our fingers that this guy's got something in it. Jaffo says, I'm good, brother. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing really well. Phantom, yeah. It's been a while for sure. Our schedules have been off. You are usually stream early. I'm doing good. I do usually stream a little earlier. But, yeah, I've kind of been doing a little Sunday nighter here. You know, I'm going to do like within 40 type thing and see if, there we go. Yep, sometimes you have to kind of get real close. All right, this is a 1578. It looks like it's going to have something in it. Agricium. A 30% Agricium rock or a 55% Agricium rock. Yikes. I guess we're going to do this 55% Agricium rock. Yeah, I guess we're bringing in an Agricium load. Now, this is going to be an interesting break. Right, this is a gnarly, gnarly, gnarly break. You know... I don't even know. But the thing is, I don't think it's even worth for me to go out and put that. It seems like I have a wave shift. Is it? I mean, is the cost of the wave shift? What do you think, Teach? I'll ask before I do it. I mean, I might do it for science. I think. Yes, exactly. This is a dog for sure, and that's what you're saying. Part of me wants to maybe go put the wave shift on here. That's just for science. But, well, I don't know. I don't think I'll waste it. It's not worth it. Yeah, that's where I'm at, too. I could look for something more. I mean, it's too... I mean, we've had great success tonight. But you know what? I mean, you're getting 1 out of 5 if it's, you know, if it's not, you know, if it is what it is. You know, this... I said at the beginning, if it was a tier 2 resource above... above 40%, we were going to do it, so. Wow. Should be a gnarly. Interesting. Okay. Kind of nudging my way forward. I'm gonna go 2 more clicks. All right, I'm at 80. This is gonna be ridiculous. This is a very thin window. Like I said, I don't care if I break this rock. I mean, if I lose it, I lose it. It's not gonna make me. Am I excited for the Arastra? I'm excited for the Arastra. I mean, I think it. You know, I would love having a ship that can break bigger rocks and that type of thing. I still haven't seen the rocks that they're, you know, that you'd put size 3. You know, they're going to have to put some 200,000 mass rocks in, I think, for the Arastra, right? This is definitely going to be a goat rodeo for sure. Oh my stars. All right, I'm backing up. Backing up. Dropping the... Backing up. It's very important I find the right shelf here. A little bit forward there. Yeah, this is an unruly monster. I mean, if I can get anywhere near breaking this thing without it, you know, I mean, without it completely blowing me up, then that'll be good. And it's not. Look, if it wasn't towards the end of the stream, I probably would move on and find one more rock or whatever, you know. But, you know, I don't think this hurts. I don't think it hurts. You know, the overall, you know, opinion of this evening. And, you know, I don't know. It's a good challenge rock, too. All right. So, yep. Here we go. This is definitely going to be an interesting break. I'm going to tick down 1% and see what that does. Look at that. I mean, even when it does kind of... its movement, its bump up and down is bigger than that green window. So this is gonna be an interesting break for sure. I don't want to inch forward. I want it to slide in and I want to inch back. It's still closing the gap though. Here we go. Oh, you grumpy BI. I'm holding it. I'm inching forward just a touch to try and hold it. No. I inched forward just a touch more. Backing up. Holy crap, you guys. That was a good break. Wow. All right, we'll take it. That was a solid break right there. One to be proud of. All right, cool. So that's a 73%er. We should have some, you know, oh boy. Yeah, we're going to... This is not... Hopefully there's a couple of these that I can... That are great. Oh boy. Well, there's one. I'll pull it in. I don't... Hey, this actually got me pretty close, though. Let's see here. That's a 53. Boy, this one will even... Like, this tinier one would even be worse. It's weird that this is a 1,500 mass one. And it's not, you know, it's not a picker. I don't know. I forgot what the cutoff is. 2,700 mass one with a... Oh, that's 100% agricium. Let's just make sure it's not a scooper. It's not a scooper. It's about the same as a... Okay, I'm going to roll this way so I have a little... hold on. All right, we'll go 50, and I'll start inching forward. I want to you know, 100%. I mean, there's. I did move forward kind of aggressively, just to run it up. This guy. Oh my! I'm running. Oh boy! I backed up big time right there. It scared me. All right, I'm an inch forward, just a touch. This could get gnarly. Whoa. Inch forward again. Inch forward again. I don't want it to fall out. You know what? I'll take it if it stays. No, shit. Alright, hold on. I'm going to move forward just a touch. Oh, that was way too much. I'm okay with this. That fell out again. I'm okay because it's 100%er. I only need to scoop a little bit. So, I mean, that's kind of why I did that. You know, I wasn't that concerned because I knew that, you know, I was going to top off. Yeah, there we go. Actually ended up being 20 SCU of a tier 2. So we're not going to complain about that. Let me make sure this guy's clear. That wasn't the cleanest break at the end, but it was okay because of the situation I was in. All right, let's head on in. Good stuff, really, though. But, you know, no lie there. I did a good chunk of that Agricium rock went up. You know, probably at least a third of it went up when it kind of, you know, but, I mean, I only needed a little bit of a top off. So I ended up with 20 SCU of Agricium and 1 SCU of Bexolite. So that picker, you know. This is the only run tonight that's been like this. This is probably going to be like a 30,000 or a 27,000 or something. This isn't going to be a real good one. But the rest of them have been really good. 43, 56, 70, 42. So, I mean, we're not... I mean, you know, you're not every time you fly off the station are you going to, you know, get... you know, but I would say our average is somewhere, you know, probably around 50,000 a run here, which is pretty darn good. So here we're coming on in. Reasonable clip. Doing 290. I will go ahead and... Now in this case, I am going to call for a station because we're kind of wrapping it up. Roughly 50K refined. Yeah, that's yikes. So this, yeah, that's, you know, going straight tier 2, and even with it being Agricium too. You know, we're certainly hoping for a little more tier 1 on that last one, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about that. I mean, you know, that was, you know, we had a 70K and we had, you know, more of a 25K. You know what I mean? So we'll take it. Now, the one thing about station that was a little annoying earlier is that, like, the doors wouldn't open. That doesn't seem to be the case this time, though. That's good. Cool. In we go. Lower the... Very, very good lineup here. We're coming in at a decent. Oh, a little bit of frame. Got it framey there for a minute. Good landing. Simple stuff here. Let's go ahead and get a little repair and a little hydrogen fuel. We'll turn the engines off and off we go. Anybody have a rough idea of the time of the how long we've been streaming, so I could just got to get a general sense of the time? It's probably 2.5, maybe 3 hours, I'm thinking. In that neighborhood. This time we will store the Prospector.
To the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
3 hours. Okay, thank you, Drac. I appreciate that. Got that guy stored. Let's go ahead and see how we did. Somebody was saying, 2 hours, 15 minutes. Thank you, Joff. Appreciate that. Love it. So yeah, we're right in the ballpark here. I almost wonder if maybe the tier, with salvage kind of being worth as much as it is, maybe they need to bump the tier 2s up a touch. I'm not saying a whole lot, but it does seem, that's not an easy grab what we just grabbed. And it's worth just a straight, that's a 25K. So that was considerably less than our other runs, but that's okay. We also had a 70, so good on us to to balance out to average it out. And really tonight, I mean, the other 2 runs you didn't see, they were pretty quick runs too. I mean, so 1,000 gold and some Baxilite, but obviously we're not kind of counting them in tonight's numbers. This Baxilite and this Agricium is what we're going after here. So yeah, that definitely that last run was not as solid, but so here's our final numbers. Let's talk about them. So we had a 43K. So 43K is 86, and that was a 6,000. So that was an 80K with refining costs. We had a 56K. So that's a 112 minus 6 is 56K minus 6. I'm just doing a 6,000 average, guys, on the refining cost too. That's 106K. Okay. Then we had a 70K. So that's 140 or 134K. Then we had a 42K, which is an 82 or 84. So a 78K run. And then we had our 25. That's a 50. And that was, that refining cost was a little lower, but even so, I'll do a 44K. So just, and these are kind of rough numbers. Let me kind of calculate this out. Where's my calculator at? Oh, I'll just do it. I'll do it this way. Give me a sec. Let's calc this out, because it is good to know. In about 3 hours, flying off station, really kind of, not necessarily going super fast. 80 plus 106 plus 134 plus 78 plus and 44 plus 442,000 is, I mean, that's a rough amount, but 442,000 on the stream here, that's very simple, flying off the station and just flying, not going that far. So I mean, in 3 hours, we made just under $500,000. And that's, hey, that's kind of about where things are at. I can tell you that, yes, that last run could have been a little better. But we also got pretty lucky. So tonight was really, really interesting. History teaches, I'm really glad I was able to catch this stream, V. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this approach to mining versus the way we typically mine. Regardless, I 100%. I think that I do think that if I'm just honest with myself, right, this is probably slightly more profitable. When I say slightly more, I mean, obviously when you go, mining's all about luck. It's what rocks you find and that type of thing. We found some good ones tonight, but We also, like I said, we could have flown around a little longer and maybe made a little more money, but I think we did great. I thought the approach tonight was fantastic, and I do think that this is a good way to do it. It's an alternative way to do it than just kind of going out there and the other side of it is think about the 48 SCU bags. I mean, they also can play a role in this as well. So, anyways, thank you all so much. It was a lovely night. I had great conversations. Really enjoyed having you all, and I hope that I will say the last couple of things. If you want to go mining, look me up. I am happy. I will jump on your mole. I'll be a laser guy on your mole. That armor set right there, little trucker, is the Errol Grey Cat. It's the silver set, brush silver, I think, or what is it called? I can't remember. Quicksilver, that's what it is. It's not brush silver. This is one of my favorite sets in the game. I also like the blue. I also like the orange. I also like the black cherry. But this is my jam, the silver stuff. There's one time in my life I had like a silver Subaru and a silver motorcycle and like a silver can. Like everybody was just like, "What is your deal with silver?" I like silver a lot. But anyways, thank you all. This was an absolute blast. Take care of yourself, and I will see you all around the verse.